never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aidan Parents and Dan Ross.
Hello and welcome to the Never Drinking Again podcast with me, Dan Ross.
And me, Aidan Parents. Waka waka.
We are in our bedrooms, our separate bedrooms. Well, I'm in my bedroom. You might not be in your bedroom.
I'm in the boudoir.
Oh, kinky. And we're bringing you another one of our lockdown episodes on the day where we find out that we are getting back to work.
Yeah, a couple of bartenders who've been living the dream, really.
Living the furlough fever dream, furlough funness. We just haven't been working for 3 months, but being paid.
Yeah.
And we are back on the 4th of July, or from the 4th of July, you should say.
Yeah.
There's not every... this is probably a good piece of PSA, public PSA to put out. Like, not all pubs are going to open on the 4th of July, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to wait a bit. Some of them might not be allowed to.
Wetherspoons will.
I mean, Wetherspoons is probably open right now. Like,
well, yeah, they said they were opening mid-June, but I don't think that.
you meant to boycott Spoons, Aidan. Have you not seen Twitter?
I have, but I don't really understand why, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh, apparently it's because
it's because he didn't want to pay the staff until the furlough money came through, which is what almost every other pub has also done.
Oh, but I heard they sacked people.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought it was because he went, I'll go get a job at Tesco, because
you're
not getting paid until I get the furlough money, which I think is fair enough.
I think it's fair enough for like a smaller company, but when you're fucking Spoons, like...
Yeah, but this is a redundant argument, though, because he has much more staff. He can't pay, the 500,000 staff that he's got. For each chain, each individual pub is still run in a similar way to a small place.
Fair. Aidan's always defending big business. That's one of the things I know about him.
No.
We know a lot about each other as two very good friends.
Colleagues.
And so we've decided to do our version of Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mr.
Well, yeah, and I think this will work out whether we are actually friends or whether we are just colleagues.
Oh, this now has an extra level of stress and tension, which I was not prepared for. So it's not quite a play on Mr. and Mrs., but basically, still, taking on the whole idea of everyone loves to do quizzes now because there's nothing else to do until next Saturday when the pubs reopen. We're gonna quiz each other on elements of ourselves. Should have talked about this in advance. Are we going to do one question, then one question, or someone reads out all the...
So.
One, then one, yeah. And reveal the answers at the time and keep a running tally.
Yeah.
I think that's good. So we've got a variety of questions about ourselves. I've got no idea what Aidan's put as his questions. Aidan's got no idea what I've done as mine. I did mine about 20 minutes ago, Aidan. I'm guessing the same.
45 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, very prepared.
That's because I had a shower 20 minutes ago.
Oh, very nice.
Because I'm keeping hygienic in the lockdown.
I haven't showered since lockdown. So I don't need to go outside. I'm not showering. I'm just like a ball of muck.
Oh, God. You are.
That's not true. I shower daily.
It's true. I mean, I've been with... You need to shower 3 times a day. I've been around it.
I do sweat a lot. Yeah, but being on in lockdown, I've sweated less.
Because you haven't moved.
Yeah, exactly. So we are good. So question 1: how many times a day do I shower? No. Question 1, I think, is something I think you should know. And it sort of loosely, just to add to the pressure, it kind of loosely ties into the podcast. So the question is, what is my favourite beer?
It's Soup IPA from Garage.
That is correct.
Yes.
1 point
1-0
to Aiden. Okay. What's your first question?
My first question. What's my middle name?
Oh, Aiden.
Yes.
What a funny story. So Aiden's real first name, for people who don't know, is Jack.
Yes.
And when this is an interesting story. When you were at work, when you first came to work at my pub, I'm calling it my pub now. You were called Jack, but you wanted everyone to call you Aiden, and everyone was very confused.
Well, because Aiden was on the CV, and it's what people call me.
Yeah, but Jack was on your
on the right to work, on my passport and stuff.
So we were all it was made even more confusing by the fact that we already had someone who was actually called Aiden, not a little faker like you.
Here's what's the most annoying thing about that. I went by Jack when I was younger, but Jack is a very common name, so I went by Aiden.
To avoid confusion.
Yeah, to avoid there being lots of people called Jack. And I'll go to work at this place, and there's no one there called Jack, but there is someone called Aiden.
Yeah. So you got called Jaden?
Yes.
For long until Aiden left.
Well, it was up until all the staff that were there.
Yeah. Because I remember, I always called you Jaden, then I left and came back, and everyone's calling you Aiden. I was like, what the fuck? This is Jaden.
Because when anyone joined and they asked my name, I would say Aiden, because that's my name. I never really liked the Jaden thing.
I could tell you didn't like it, which made me do it more. This is mildly annoying to Aiden. I will continue to do it.
But yeah, Jack is my first name. Aiden is the middle name. I thought that was a little bit of a tricksy question.
But you knew I knew that.
Yeah, I hoped you knew that.
It's one for the listeners. A little insight into our lives there. And
what fun we have.
Name-based humour. Carrying on from humour, my question number 2 is, who's my favourite stand-up?
Oh, John Mulaney.
That is correct, yeah. I was hoping you'd know that one as well. I think I go on about that quite a lot.
Yes.
So, I thought...
My next question is something that we literally talked about in the last podcast, so we have it on.
I don't listen.
My answer on recording a week ago.
Okay.
What's my favourite TV show?
Oh, fuck. It's Parks and Rec, isn't it?
It's not.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't include it, and I made a point of not including it in my desert island, and it's Utopia.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, now you said it, I'm like, oh, yeah, but I was never going to get that just from memory. Yeah. I don't listen to the podcast.
I thought it would be a hard thing to ask normally, but I thought because we had it a week ago, maybe it would still be in.
A lot happens in my week, Aiden. You know.
Right. That's the end of the easy questions.
Oh no! I've only got.
Just guessing at random.
I've got 50% on the easy questions now. Oh shit! So my third question, I'm giving you multiple choice on this one, just to be friendly. Is, if I could relocate and live in any city, which would it be? A, London, B, Manchester, C, Lyon, or D, New York?
When you said the question, my gut was saying New York, so I'm going to go with that.
As wrong as Lyon. I went there on holiday last year, and it was really nice.
All right. Okay. In what country did I study abroad?
Did you study abroad?
Yeah.
So you did a journalism and maths degree?
Oh, well, that was the next question, so we won't do that.
We'll just take that as that was this question, and I got that right.
No, that question's scrapped now.
No, I can. I'm going to change one of my questions. That's giving me no idea. Where would you have studied? You've never gone on that. I know you went travelling in Southeast Asia.
I've definitely mentioned this. I've definitely mentioned it on the podcast. In fact, I've definitely mentioned it to you as well.
I don't listen to what other people say. I'm just waiting for the gap in noise until I can start speaking again. Germany.
Oh, very close. It was the Netherlands.
Oh, I do actually vaguely remember you saying that. Well, I feel a fool. If anything, this is just showing that I just don't listen.
Yeah, because so far, I think all of these have been mentioned on.
Yeah. On the show, or just in conversations we've had.
Yes.
And I think basically all of mine I've mentioned. And you've known all of them, except for one.
Yeah.
And I've just not known any. So I've got 1 for 3, you've got 2 for 3.
Yeah.
You are... Okay, so my 4th question. I think I've mentioned this. I don't think I've mentioned it on the podcast, but I think I've mentioned it to you. What was my nickname at school?
Oh. Is it 10-inch?
Yeah, it was Danny 10-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was something to do with having a big knob.
Yeah. I'll explain the story behind that. Basically, at school, we had our yearbooks, and you had to put, this is in year 11. So it was more my nickname in sixth form. Whereas, you had to put what your nickname was, and I didn't have a nickname. So my friend just put Danny 10-inch, and I did. And then from that day on, people called me Danny 10-inch.
So you made your own nickname, which is just the least cool way of getting a nickname.
My friend in form made it, and then literally I didn't buy a yearbook because I'm cool and rebellious. But I didn't realise that literally everyone else did. And so it was between year 11 and 12. So during that 10-week period, whenever I saw anyone out and around, they were like, "Oh, it's Danny 10-inch, Danny 10-inch." I was like, "Oh God, this isn't going to catch on, is it?" And then throughout the entirety of sixth form, I was just known as Danny 10, and or 10-inch. The teachers were very confused. It was also setting up myself for disappointing people as well.
Yeah.
Oh, 10-inch. You're like, oh no, where's the rest?
Yeah, Danny's 3-inch at least.
Yeah. At least that's true. So yeah, you're doing well. I'm doing very poorly. I feel bad, especially because I'm the one who says we're friends, and you're the one who says we're colleagues.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around.
If I actually pay attention to my colleagues and you don't pay attention to your friends.
Oh yeah, but that's because they're all just spouting off bullshit all the time. What do you expect me to do? Listen.
I do. It is very annoying to try and actually work out what I'm going on about half the time.
I just smile and nod.
So you usually see after a few beers as well, which is just an incoherent string of sentences.
And also lessens my ability to remember as well.
Yeah.
So really, I'm the true victim here. So what's your 4th question?
My 4th question is one which I don't actually know if you know, but it's, what is my tattoo?
Didn't know you had a tattoo.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I've mentioned this to you.
Where is it? Is it on your bum?
It isn't. It is on the back of my shoulder.
Back of your shoulder.
Shoulder, because I can't remember.
I have absolutely no idea, so I'm just gonna make a funny guess.
In fact, you know what? I'll make it easier for you.
Okay.
What does my tattoo say?
Okay, I'm gonna guess yours tattoo says every hole's a goal. Based on what I know about you.
No, what do you mean based on what you know about me?
I think that
I'm not some sexual predator.
That motto really encapsulates your life view, your world view.
No, it doesn't.
That saying is that's just you in a phrase, so that's why I guessed that.
I'm not any hole's a goal.
Okay. What does it say then?
It says be game.
Be game. Oh, game.
Yeah, for it. Be game.
I mean, that's not very dissimilar to every hole's a goal.
No, it is.
I don't think so. It's the same kind of outlook.
No, it's not.
I think
it's not about having sex with everyone.
What, be game?
Yeah, it's about, having fun.
Yeah, I don't know about
I can have fun outside of sex. I very rarely have fun during sex, to be honest. It's mostly work.
that. Yeah. I take no pleasure out of this, let me tell you. This is purely an arduous task I have to complete. I'm merely ticking a box with this. So what am I? I've got 1.
I believe so.
I've got 1 out of 4. You've got 3 out.
You would have got 2 out of 4 if you didn't say what.
Yeah, if I did go ahead of time and get the question right. Question the 5th. Very important part of my life. What is my favourite musical?
It's one of 2. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Les Mis.
No, it's the Book of Mormon. I know what your 1 of 2 were.
Yeah.
Les Mis and The Greatest Showman, because I do go on about them probably the most. But in terms of the best and my favourite, so I've never seen either of them on stage, but I have seen the Book of Mormon on stage, so that's got to take the victory there. But yeah, I thought that would throw you.
Yeah.
Well, I think I did mention Book of Mormon on the podcast, so again, should have known it. You're doing poorly, Aidan.
Right. Okay. The next one I'll give you options for because it is just a bit of a stab in the dark. And that is, what's my favourite animal? Is it a horse, a duck, a sloth, or a platypus?
Okay, so horse and duck. I could see you being into them for penile reasons. Horses famously have a very large cock. Ducks have a corkscrew penis. I could see those being traits you admire.
How old do I want to be?
Sloth, laziness, and they only come down from the trees, or they only wake up to have sex or eat, which is something you've got to commend.
Yeah, I mean that I do admire.
And platypuses, they do look cool. Just trying to think what you'd say. I don't think you'd say horse or duck, because I think they're too basic. I think you'd want to say something a bit odd.
You think I want to appeal wacky?
Yeah. Have you seen what you wear? You're very much I'm the kooky guy.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I basically dress like an attention seeker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ducks are quite... I could see you liking ducks as well. I'm going to say sloth.
Oh, he's absolutely nailed it. It is a sloth.
And
that's what I'm planning to get for my next tattoo.
Ah. You're going to get a tattoo of a sloth? That's quite cool.
I do kind of think it's like my spirit animal.
Yeah, just very lazy, just getting up to eat.
Yeah. Ducks, I'm terrified of.
Yeah, we had, in my uni, we had loads of ducks that just wandered around.
You know that thing where it's like, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 50 duck-sized horses? It's duck-sized horses every time. Ducks, I don't want a horse-sized duck. That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, so that's where the horse and the duck options came from.
Maybe they did subconsciously. I didn't really think of that. I was just trying to think of animals that people sometimes like.
It's all coming together.
The platypus I am a fan of because they thought it was a hoax originally. So imagine being so ugly that someone doesn't think you're real.
It's happened. I get that a lot on Tinder. People just saying, "Are you real? Are you a make-believe man?" It's just something. It's just a crux me and platypuses have to bear. So, question 6. Yeah. So you got 3 out of 5 so far. Fairly good score. Let's see if you can keep it at 50% or go even beyond that. So I've decided to nick your question. I've changed what one of my questions was. What is my favourite animal? I've given you 4 options as well. Duck, otter, dog, or ostrich?
Oh, I reckon you like otters because ducks. I mean, Although, why would you put in duck when I've just said duck as an option?
Why would I?
If it isn't your favourite animal?
Mm.
But, no. It's too bland compared to the others. Ostriches are kind of funky.
They are. I like it.
What was the other one?
So duck, otter, dog, or ostrich.
Again, I've never really seen you be that, because I've seen you around dogs because you have dogs in the pub. I've never seen you be like that excited about them. It's like, I think if an ostrich came in, you'd be more excited.
Well, yeah, but that's just in general.
But no, I'm going to stick with my gut, which is otters.
Are you sure? Maybe I just don't.
I think you like the way they hold hands when they sleep because you miss companionship.
I mean, that is part of the reason. Yeah, it is otters. Well, there's lots of cool things about otters. They're like water dogs. Like I do really like dogs. But otters are like watery fish kind of dogs. Not quite like a sea lion, but and they're very mischievous, which I like. And the way they attract, the way the male otter attracts a female otter is to cover himself in his own shit and hope the scent attracts a mate.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah, it's an approach I've stolen. Hello. Yeah, and they're just cool. And I like that they can't be domesticated as well. There's a wildness to them. They
can't be.
You can't have an otter as a pet because they're too mad.
Oh, really?
You can the short-clawed Asian otter, I think you can have as a pet, but it's not recommended. And there's only really in Japan, I think, where they do that.
Most animals are not recommended to have as pets.
Yeah, like tigers.
Like, you shouldn't, but you can.
Yeah, it's not really like
as a pet, but like you can.
Yeah, but like river otters, like the otters we get in the UK, they look really cute, but they will fuck you up. It's like you're not meant to go over and like stroke them because they'll just be like, "Oh, fuck off," and smash you out. And I quite like that, like looking all cute, but also being like well hard. It's very similar to me, so that's why I like them. So you're on 4 out of 6 now. Am I on 1? No, I got
3.
3. Oh, I'm smashing it. Right, to level 5. I got 3 out of 5. What did I get?
You got my middle name. You got my favourite animal.
Yeah.
And
that's 2.
That is 2.
Yeah, I thought I only got 2.
All right. Yeah, I think I've put a mark down for when I got one.
I should have kept stum.
Oh yeah, no, because I'm making a mark of how many I've got here.
Okay, just
and I thought that was how many you've got.
No.
And I didn't add in the mark. Okay, cool.
I really need this one to get back into it.
I think this is one you know. How many siblings do I have?
Isn't it none?
It is none.
Yeah.
An only child.
I thought so. It was one of them where I was like,
I'm so much of an attention seeker.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sure I'd know if he had a brother or sister. Then I was like really worried. I was like, does he do it? And I was like, no, I'm fairly sure. Only child. Do you know how many siblings I have, just out of interest? It's not part of the quiz.
You've got one brother, haven't you?
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, so we know each other so well. So question 7, I've stolen the question you were going to give me that I got right before you even asked it. That you then took away. I've taken it into mine. What was the name of my degree?
Well, your degree was philosophy.
Philosophy?
Yeah. Is it ethics and philosophy, or philosophy and ethics, or something like that?
What are you going to say?
I mean, it is philosophy. You might have jazzed it up with an extra adjective, but it's philosophy.
So it's ethics, philosophy, and religion.
Yeah.
You don't get a point for that.
Fuck's sake.
That was wrong.
You know, philosophy, if you go on any Wikipedia page and click the first link, you always end up at philosophy.
What? Let's test.
You know when you go on Wikipedia and there's like all the hyperlinks to other Wikipedia articles.
So just go on the Wikipedia homepage.
No, any Wikipedia article.
Okay, I'll go on the Wikipedia article for Vince McMahon.
Right.
The American billionaire owner of the World Wrestling Entertainment.
So when the first hyperlink on that, click that, and whatever that takes you to, click the first hyperlink on that, and keep clicking it, and you'll get to philosophy. And I assume we're going to have a bit of dead air while you test it.
Well, yeah, I'm currently on performance art, artist, the arts, creativity, idea,
yeah,
philosophy. Whoa! I'm going to do that take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 clicks from Vince McMahon to philosophy. Yeah. But that's just because philosophy is the root of everything.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
Something that no one really cares about.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if we didn't have universities, we wouldn't have philosophy. No, if we didn't have philosophy, we wouldn't have universities. And everyone says philosophy is a DOS degree, which it is because I did it.
Lots of people say it. It's like a common thing people say.
Well, that it's a DOS.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it was.
It's a real degree.
It's what unis are for. You know what I mean? So people who are doing all these
it's a real degree, like maths and journalism.
Well, that's not really a real. They wouldn't have done that in ancient. Journalism is not a degree. It's a vocational training.
Yeah.
In terms of, university should just be about academics. You shouldn't do anything.
Maths is a proper degree.
Yeah, maths is, yeah. You shouldn't do anything that gets you a proper job.
I mean, it hasn't helped.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did something proper. I did something not proper. We're in exactly the same spot. Except I'm older than you, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, yeah, your question 7. Oh, if I get this right, I level, don't I? Yeah, because I'm on 3.
Yeah.
You're on 4. Oh, tension. Drama. Excitement.
Okay, I do need to think of a new one at some point because obviously I have to get rid of the what degree is mine. So this next one, my nan is an immigrant. Where is she from?
Aiden's immigrant nan. I'm sure you've mentioned your part something before.
Yeah.
This could be a trick. I'm going to say Ireland.
Oh, you've absolutely nailed it.
Oh, yes, get in. Because I kind of thought...
later.
I thought if it was a bit more, like, further afield, you would have mentioned it more.
Yeah, it's not like, look how exotic I am.
Yeah. And people don't think about how many people came over from Ireland.
Yeah, because it's not like real immigration.
Well, yeah, it's the least far immigration you can do.
Well, yeah, you get to do lots of things that other immigrants are.
Yeah, and especially there's a large Irish community in the West Midlands as well. So it was
yeah, she can vote. She's never had to apply to have to stay here.
Yeah. So we've talked about the rights of Irish immigrants there and Aiden's heritage. Carrying on in a similar vein of importance, my question is, what is my favourite flavour of crisp?
Oh, pickled onion Monster Munch.
Nah, that's not even my...
I thought I'd absolutely nailed it.
That's not even my favourite flavour of Monster Munch.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me you're a flaming hot kind of guy.
I love the flaming hot. I also love the roast beef. Like pickled onion is probably my least
Monster Munch.
My least favourite is pickled onion.
Oh, what?
I know. It's a road claim. I don't even know what my favourite flavour of crisp is. I just nicked this off a website.
You can't know.
No. But if you would have said something that was like, oh yeah, that's close enough, I would have given it you. But pickled onion Monster Munch, like nah. I'm gonna say kettle chips, sweet chili, and sour cream.
I mean, that's just impossible to guess.
Yeah, but if you'd have said something like, if you'd have said like prawn cocktail Walkers, I'd have given you a point. Or Tyrrell's
prawn cocktail, but then I remembered we've talked about pickled onion Monster Munch.
Tyrrell's prawn cocktail.
I love it.
They are on fleek. So yeah, we're level. I can now go ahead now. This is like Istanbul, Liverpool. This is just the old.
I mean, this next one, it is a tricky one because I'm pretty sure you don't know it, although I may have told you the story around it. I don't know if you know this exact question there. And that is, at what age did I have my first kiss?
I was thinking about putting something like this in mine, but I'm fairly sure I've not talked to you about it. I'm very close to God.
I would have actually gone never for a joke.
Ha 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 ha, and that would have been correct. No. When was your... With you, it's either going to be like ridiculously young, like 11, 12. Or like
absolute top shagger.
Or it's going to be like 22.
Because I'm absolute bottom shagger.
So it's going to be... It's not going to be like 15, 16. That area. I'm going to go 13.
It's interesting your logic with that. Because, I mean, it's completely wrong. It was 17.
Oh. 17 is quite late.
It's kind of late.
It's later than me, and I am a big chubby loser.
I mean, there was one when I was like 9 doing Spin the Boss, and it was my mate's older sister at like a sleepover. But I'm not counting that because it was
abuse. Do you mean like proper, like full on with tongues, the whole like kind of situation?
I think I don't remember it that well.
Well, when you the 17 incarnation, tell us the story.
Well, I only know I kissed her because I was told the next day.
That's never good. Especially if that happened to me once in Snobs, but my first kiss, I remember it so well. It's a magical moment.
This was the first time that I'd ever been like properly drunk, like more than just a bit like, oh, I'm happy, I'm tipsy.
You were 17, so underage.
Yeah.
You're a disgrace. Lawbreaker.
It was my mate's 17th. We think I also smoked weed for the first time, but we don't know.
Oh, what Aiden?
No one really knows what happened that night. And this girl comes up to me and she's like, oh, can we have a chat? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What do you want to chat about?
And that's what led to the kiss.
Well, she's like, actually, I like you.
Oh yeah. She came up to you.
And then, what I said in response was, I just don't think about you that way. Don't really like it that way.
And then you kissed her.
No. And then she kissed me.
That's an odd response.
It is an odd response, and to this day I don't know why this happened. And because it was like my first kiss, I think I kissed back a little bit. And then she cried immediately.
Well, yeah, you would.
It's just fun to say that my first kiss cried immediately.
Yeah, your first kiss forced herself upon you and then cried. You sound like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Are you still friends on Facebook?
No. Oh, I think I'm friends on Facebook.
Did she go to your school? Was it one of them?
Yeah, she went to school.
Was it Demi Rose Morby?
No, because that was primary school.
Okay. Your stories of kissing don't sound so. Someone's older sibling grabbed you when you were 9 and kissed you.
Yeah.
And then when you're 17, someone forced themselves upon you and then cried.
They didn't force themselves upon me.
Shall I call the police?
They made a move. That's not forcing yourself upon someone.
Yeah. It's a grey area, we'll say, Aidan.
No, because I could have just gone, oh no. But my drunk brain was like, eh.
That's I feel like every British teenager's story of their first kiss is going to involve alcohol.
Probably.
Yeah. We are a closed and guarded people. My 9th question for you, Aidan, after learning harrowing details about you there, is what would be my go-to karaoke song?
Oh.
Ooh.
This is a good question.
I'll be. There's a few that I was on like a level par if I couldn't decide whether or not they would be it. So if you get one of them that I'm like, yeah, I would do that, I'll give you a point. If you get it spot on, the one I've got in my head that would be my go-to, I'll give you 2 points.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just adding some tension and drama towards the end.
Here's the thing, because, you're a hilarious man, I'm thinking it's going to be a song sung by a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's always funny when someone does that.
That isn't my gender.
I think it would be... Oh, I can't remember the name of the song. I think it's going to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be... I can't think of the name of the song. I've got the music video up in my head, so I'm just going to say the I Knew You Were Trouble when you walked in song.
Oh, I knew you should... Nah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to give you a point for that, Aidan. That's too of much of a like. You'll make from it too much of a good song. I would go for a bit more OTT.
My gut instinct was Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive.
That would be good as well. It would be so the one that kind of in my mind. If it was gonna be Queen Tay Tay, it'd be like You Belong With Me or Never Getting Back Together. One of the like really overtly romantic ones, because that would be quite funny. Big fat man sings song about being in love. Proud Mary is another one, but my ultimate go-to would be Stan Eminem.
Okay, I would never have guessed that.
Okay, yeah. So you really stalled here. So you were flying away.
Yeah.
After 6, you had 4, and after 9, you're still on 4. This is poor. Whereas I'm going from strength to strength. I'm about to.
So because I needed to get an extra question in because of the degree question, I'm going to ask you the same question back of what is my go-to karaoke song?
This is hard because you like all bands I've never heard of, called like Space Alien, Flim Flam, and stuff like that. But I don't think it'd be...
We'll tell you. Do you have heard of this band?
Okay, cool. I don't really ever remember seeing you sing that much, because I often just wander around singing quite a lot. What would Aidan's go-to karaoke song be? I'm gonna say Ignition by R. Kelly.
You know what?
Because I know you're a big fan of his.
I was like, back in the day, I have done that a few times, but it's I don't really do that song anymore.
Okay.
It is a song that I always choose to do, and that is Backstreet Boys, Everybody.
That's a good shout. That would be a good one. I never would have guessed that though. So I just kind of resorted to saying something that would make you look bad. So
yeah. Although I have done Lose Yourself Eminem a few times.
Ramadan is better already. Mom spaghetti. Yeah, I could see you doing that. And then just
badly, I should add.
doing that, dropping the mic, walking off, being kissed by some girl who then cries.
That's my life.
That's what I do. Question the 10th, the final question. So I'm on 5. Is that right?
Are you? I don't know. I've been keeping track of my own. I'm on 4.
Oh, I've been keeping track of yours as well. I'm pretty sure I'm on 5.
Yeah, well, I can count. You had my nan's
heritage.
Ireland. I've got no siblings. You got my favourite animal. You got my middle name. That's 4.
So I got 4. So we're both on 4 going into our final questions.
Yeah.
This is tense. I mean, whoever's listening along is going to be like, no, they've counted it up wrong. But for the...
No, I've counted because
okay.
I've read out 8. Yeah, I've read out 9. Yeah.
You've read out 9 questions.
Right.
And I've got 4 right. Okay. So tension. So my 10th question is, what age was I when I first did stand-up?
Oh, no. That's a tough one, that is. So you're 28 now.
Mm-hmm.
And you started down in London.
I did. I used to live in London. I think I might have got this wrong.
Was that during uni or post-uni?
I can say I didn't go to uni in London.
Did you not?
No.
No.
Question 10. Where did I go to uni?
Lancashire.
Yeah. Lancaster. Not
Lancaster. Oh, it's the same bloody place.
Well, Lancashire's a county, Lancaster's a city.
It's still the same place.
It's the same area. But there's the University of Central Lancashire. I didn't go there. That's not very good.
Oh, UCL. What's your problem with UCL?
They're not UCL, they're UCLan. And then they're not bad, but it's not as good as Lancaster.
Right. Okay. So it's after you. I'm gonna say 23.
No, it's 25.
I was gonna say 25, but I was like,
At least I think it is. I might be remembering it
longer than that.
Yeah, I feel like it's longer ago. Oh wait, hang on. No, I'm fairly sure 25. I think I talk about it in my. I remember. Yeah, it's 25 because then a few later on ones I was 26 and I did the joke about how I'd now be in Sharon Osbourne and the over 25s and X Factor.
Right.
How that's a really deep existential crisis.
Okay.
Good joke from me. What's your 10th question? So I win if I get this right.
Yeah, for the win.
Oh my god.
When I was young, I had two pets called Mel and Sue. What were they?
Humans. No. I vaguely remember you telling me about this. That you had pets Mel and Sue. I've got the feeling that it's something like something you wouldn't expect, or it's something you would definitely expect. Is it rabbits?
Oh, I thought you had it. It's rats.
Rats. Okay. For some reason, I had the idea that you had a story that you had two rabbits and they kept shagging each other and then they got eaten by foxes. But that may have been someone else. You're all the same to me.
Well, that's incredibly disappointing that we've ended up on
for 40%. Is that even a pass? I think it's just a pass, isn't it?
That's a pass at degree level.
Yeah. But there's no winner.
I know, so we need a tiebreaker or something.
Tiebreaker. What can we do as a tiebreaker? Okay, I'll ask you this question. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, I win.
Okay.
So it's going to be a question about the podcast.
Oh.
So when was our first ever episode released?
Oh, for God's sake. It's a bit of a stab in the dark, but I'm going December the 4th.
There's November the 26th.
Oh.
You're a week out because December the 11th was our second episode. November the 26th was our first episode.
God damn it.
So I win. Yay! So I'm on our podcast stats page now, and I know there's something you wanted to talk about, Aidan, is that we have a listener that we have no idea who it is, but they're like our top listener. They're from a little place called Washington, Virginia in America.
Yeah.
So you wanted to shout them out.
I did want to shout them out because if you are listening, we've had a little Google. Apparently your town's got a population of 125 people.
Yeah. So
firstly, why aren't there that many listens? Why aren't you telling everyone about us?
Yeah.
And secondly, if you know one of us, get in touch so we know who it is, because it's really winding me up. If you don't know one of us, get in touch with the page and tell us you're there, and we'll,
number one fan.
Merch.
Free merch. We'll send you a free autograph picture of me and Aidan.
We'll get you on the podcast or something. I don't know. I'm just really confused.
We need guests. Now pubs are opening. Hopefully, podcast studios are going to. I mean, our studio has reopened, but with distancing rules.
Yeah, you can only have one household in it.
Yeah, and me and Aidan don't live together, hence why we're Skyping. And we also don't live with every other comedian in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Which would have made it a lot easier.
It would, but I would have killed myself.
Yeah, you don't want to live with comedians. We're all arseholes.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Except for the ones that come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, except for the ones who have been and will be on the podcast. And all of them.
Yeah, and any of ones who book nights as well, they're lovely.
Oh. Yeah, and any ones who will give me money. Which I don't think it's any of them. Oh, speaking of other comedians, as we've reached the end of this episode, tonight, Wednesday, the 24th of June, I am appearing on a live YouTube pub quiz tonight at 7, hosted by Carl Hinkin, KD Comedy. So yeah, you can stream that live on the YouTubes or Facebook if you want to see any more of me.
And you can also get on the YouTube channel for that quiz and go back a few weeks when I'm on it.
You don't want to do that. Nah.
I mean, look forward to the live stream, because when I did it, it was a fucking shambles.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been particularly impressed by online technology during the last couple of months of lockdown. So, especially like my Wi-Fi is shit. So I think I'm going to start just appearing and disappearing halfway through it. But I mean, it will be good.
Sure. Yeah, check that out as well. We had him on the podcast a couple of weeks ago.
We've had him on twice.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. Again on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, you've watched me on that quiz. I've won the quiz, unlike Aidan, who is a loser. You've been laughing your head off. You're thinking, what else can I do to enjoy the rest of my evening? You've finished everything on Pornhub. You can go onto our YouTube channel, which is just launched.
Oi.
Never Drinking Again. And we've got, at the moment, it's just all the old episodes of the podcasts. But do like, comment, and subscribe, as once we are released into the world, we have plans for videos. And they're going to be funny. They're going to be cool. You're going to love them. You're going to tell everyone at school. Or work.
Or the pub.
Or the pub. Or the synagogue.
Or your nan's house.
Just all the places people can gather now. Not the gym. You're not allowed to go to the gym.
No.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Just enjoy being fat.
You can go to outdoor gyms. Tell people the outdoor gyms.
What are outdoor gyms? Parks.
Yeah, I think they're like... You see them sometimes where there's like some monkey bars and stuff.
Oh, is that what they mean?
No, like there's actual... like there's playgrounds with those, but there's actual outdoor gyms with stuff like that, and bar and other bars to do pull-ups on and stuff.
Like nonsense to me, Aidan. Just go to the pub. Don't worry.
Yeah. There's no negative effects when you go to the pub. Guarantee.
Guarantee. But on that upbeat note, that is the end of this week's podcast. Hopefully you've learnt a lot more about us, your two glorious hosts.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I doubt you give a fuck, but...
Well, you've learned that Aidan makes girls cry when kissing them.
Once.
Well, ones that we know of.
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah. They could have cried later on. Yeah. Upon reflection, actually.
Upon reflection, there's a pattern here.
I need to seek therapy. So that is it from the Never Drinking Again podcast for that week. For this week. Watch me on YouTube tonight. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to be the next KSI, but a collective KSI. We're going to have boxing matches against people 2-on-1. But all that's left to say is thank you very much for listening and goodbye. Aidan, say bye.
Yeah. have a good week, guys.
Ta-da.
I'm never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aidan Parents and Dan Ross.
This is definitely getting edited out.
Yeah.
But